Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining Parkinson Voice Project for today's online Speak Out Home practice session. My name is Samantha Ellendary. I'm a speech language pathologist and the founder of Parkinson Voice Project. We are a nonprofit speech therapy clinic solely dedicated to helping you and everyone with Parkinson's around the world regain and retain your speech and communication and minimize future swallowing complications. That's why we exist. So thank you for joining me for today's session. Our topic for today, everybody, I want you to say this with intent. The Ides of March. Say that by yourself with intent. Let's say it together now. Ready? The Ides of March. Shakespeare. I love Shakespeare, and I love reading Shakespeare with intent because there's no other way to read Shakespeare. You have to use intent. Let's go ahead and take a sip of water, and we're going to go through the first 4 speak out exercises and then get to the fun part. As you grab your cup, make sure you're using intent. You're swallowing with intent. We're learning how to do everything with intent. That's right. The first speak out exercise is called the warm-up. I want you to project every syllable forward. Here we go. May, me, my, mo, moo. Again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Let's do it again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Make sure when you do these exercises that you are not real tense or, clenching up your shoulders or anything. Try to sit back in your chair and just make your voice flow out or fly out in front of you. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. Every syllable going in front of you. May, me, my, mo, moo. Very good. We're done with the warm-up. Let's go ahead and take a sip of water with intent. And I am sipping on warm water, not coffee. Hopefully you're enjoying the new chat feature on our website. Again, you need to put your name. I like for people to put their name and where they're from. I know we're limited on the characters somewhat. They extended it a little bit, but maybe your first name, dash, and where you're from. And then you can go ahead and start chatting with each other. Let's move on to speak out exercise number 2, the ahs. Deliberately open your mouth wide and project an ah forward. Ready? Ah. We hold it for about 10 seconds max. Don't worry if yours is shorter. Let's do it again. We want to produce a sound that is clear and it's not trailing off. We're not squeezing the sounds out of our throat. Let's do it again. Ah. Good job. Let's do it again. Let's do a shorter one, about 5 seconds. Ready? Good. Let's all get some water. I'm clearing my throat, I can tell. My allergies are very bad today. I don't know about anybody else. Clearing your throat is not good for you, so I'm being a poor example today. You don't want to clear your throat. When you do that, you're slamming your vocal folds together. And when we've got allergies, that makes it very difficult. With Parkinson's, a lot of times, believe it or not, it's not allergies. Sometimes it can get to be a bad habit. I know mine right now is allergy, and I can tell because I can feel the drainage here. But in general, clearing the throat is not a good thing. So don't do what I do today. All right, the glides. Project an ah forward and glide up. Here we go. Ah. Ah. Good job. Let's do it again. You ready? Nice and even. Let's do it again. By nice and even, I mean controlled. Okay, so you're not going, you are in control when you're doing this. You're using intent. Let's do it again. Mouth is staying open the whole time, even at the end. Let's do one more. Very good. Let's all take a sip of water, then we'll do some counting and then get on to Shakespeare. Project every number forward, stop at the end of each line. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Backwards. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, Exaggerate when you're saying every number. Let's go ahead and count 1 to 6, and then we'll stop, and then 7 to 12. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. We did the warm-ups, the ahs, the glides, the counting. Let's all take another sip of water with intent, and then we will move on to the reading. I hope you'll join me tomorrow. I'm going to have some really good news for you tomorrow. Since 2008, Parkinson Voice Project has been awarding grants to clinics, hospitals, universities, all around the world. Our goal is, with these training grants, we will train more and more speech pathologists so that all of you will have lots of options for treatment to be able to get speak out therapy. Our grant today is the last day that speech pathologists and clinics around the world can apply. And you are going to be shocked at how many clinics have applied for a grant. We are also accepting applications for our therapy and research centers. I'd love for Lena to post information about our campaign to reach America so you can learn about what these centers are. But basically, our goal is to have one center in all 50 states that will do what we do. Don't charge for any of their services, and provide online therapy so they can treat everybody in their state. And we have received a lot of applications from universities that want to be the center in their state. And so tomorrow I'm going to give you the numbers. I'm going to let you know how many applications we received. All right, here we are, the Ides of March. Let's read these sentences with intent. Here we go. March 15th is the Ides of March. Again, March 15th is the Ides of March. Let me take a sip of water. Ready? In the ancient Roman calendar, the Ides was the middle of the month. Again, in the ancient Roman calendar, the Ides was the middle of the month. Next, beware the Ides of March is a famous quote. Say it again and exaggerate it a little bit. Ready? Beware the Ides of March is a famous quote. Next, the quote comes from the play Julius Caesar. Let's say that again. Ready? The quote comes from the play Julius Caesar. Now you read it by yourself with lots of intent. When we read, we are coordinating the breathing muscles with the vocal folds with the articulators. You also do that with counting, but counting is easier than reading, like this sentence right here. Now, another one. Ready? With intent. The play was written by William Shakespeare. Again. The play was written by William Shakespeare. The quote, ready together? The quote comes from Act 1, Scene 2. Stretch out the highlighted words. Let's read the sentence together again. The quote comes from Act 1, Scene 2. Again, with more intent. Ready? The quote comes from Act 1, Scene 2. Now, cognitive, we are speaking with intent, every word with intent. More kind of like in conversation. I want you to describe this picture and take a guess as to which Shakespeare play or movie this is from. Are you speaking with intent? This is the time for you to practice saying every single word with intent. So go ahead. Who is the actor? What Shakespeare play do you think this is from? And you can describe the picture. Think about it. Use a lot of intent. All right, let's see if you were right. Macbeth. Everybody say Macbeth. Again with intent. Macbeth. Let's read this quote from Macbeth with intent. We have to, when you read Shakespeare, you really have to use a lot of intent. Make sure you're lifting every word and projecting it forward. Here we go. False face must hide what the false heart doth know. Were you able to speak out that whole time? Let's read the quote again. False face must hide what the false heart doth know. One more time, even more intent. False face must hide what the false heart doth know. And notice when I say know, it's going in front of me. Say that last word, everybody. Know. Again. Know. You're always lifting and projecting forward. So, know. Everybody again. Know. Okay? So you might say, I know. Everybody say that. I know. And that's how you're going to speak all the time. Even though it feels a little weird, it's going to sound great. It feels weird, but it sounds great. Keep that in mind. All right, next picture. What Shakespeare movie is this from? Do you know the actors? Say every word with intent. I just love this picture. All right, Romeo and Juliet. Everybody say that with intent. Romeo and Juliet. Get that Juliet in front of you. Say it again. Romeo and Juliet. So when we say it together, Romeo and Juliet. Do you see how my mouth moves more? When you speak out, you take a deeper breath. Your vocal folds work better. Your mouth moves better. Everybody say Romeo and Juliet and speak out. Ready? Romeo and Juliet. Again. Romeo and Juliet. We're learning how to speak out in conversation. Let's read this quote. Ready? O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. Did you speak out at the end? Let's read it again. O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. I love reading Shakespeare. Okay. Look at this picture. Which Shakespearean movie, play do you think this is from? Who is the beautiful actress? And describe what she is wearing. Let's see if you guessed the right one. The Taming of the Shrew. Say that with me. The Taming of the Shrew. Again, The Taming of the Shrew. Let's read this quote. Say that she rail. Why, I'll tell her plain, she sings as sweetly as a nightingale. Nightingale. I didn't speak out enough at the end. Everybody say nightingale. Again, nightingale. Let's read the quote again. Say that she rail. Why, I'll tell her plain. She sings as sweetly as a nightingale. This is a great reading material to download. Look at this picture. Which Shakespearean movie is this from? Describe the photo. Everybody, say it with intent. Julius Caesar. Again, Julius Caesar. Let's read this quote with intent. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. Again, friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. Very good. All right, take a sip of water. We're going to do Dr. Boone's words, and then we will read some more Shakespeare. Thank you to Lisa, who put this all together for us. Say every nonsense word with intent. We are exaggerating the K's, the G's, and the NG's. We're trying to lift the back of the tongue and get it to hit the roof of the mouth. And when those sounds come out clear, you know it worked. Ready? Gula ganga ga. Gula ganga ga. Next one. Ku ka mangu ka. Ku ka mangu ka. Exaggerate, don't tense up. Just let the words fly forward. Gangla. Gangla. And the next one. Kukla. Kukla. Good job. Take a sip of water. We're moving on to the bonus reading. We are going to read an excerpt from Julius Caesar, Act 1, Scene 2. This is Brutus. Okay, everybody get into character. The bonus reading is definitely more challenging than the other reading that we do. Exaggerate the highlighted words. Over-exaggerate the highlighted words if you get behind. And that's okay. We have to work up to the bonus reading, okay? If you get behind, catch up on the next highlighted word, okay? Here we go, every word with intent. That you do love me. I am nothing jealous. Okay, that's the rhythm, okay? Every word, but we've got to speak out the whole time. Here we go. That you do love me. I am nothing jealous. What you would work me to, I have some aim. How I have thought of this and of these times, I shall recount hereafter. For this present, I would not, so with love I might entreat you, be any further moved. What you have said I will consider. What you have to say I will with patience hear and find a time both to meet, to hear, and answer such high things. Till then, my noble friend, chew upon this. Brutus had rather be a villager than to repute himself a son of Rome under these hard conditions, as this time is like to lay upon us. This is very challenging, but we can do it. I want you to start with Brutus. And when you're doing this, this is working on conversation. When you can read for 3 to 5 minutes, speaking out, concentrating on saying every word with intent, believe me, you can carry on a conversation with your family and friends, and they will be able to hear and understand you. But you've got to get the reading. So let's start with Brutus. Let's use a little bit more intent, like we are on stage performing. Here we go. Brutus had rather be a villager than to repute himself a son of Rome under these hard conditions, as this time is like to lay upon us. Let's do it again. We are going to get this. Ready? Start with Brutus. Ready? Brutus had rather be a villager than to repute himself a son of Rome under these hard conditions, as this time is like to lay upon us. Was that better? Let's try it one more time. Ready? Brutus had rather be a villager than to repute himself a son of Rome under these hard conditions, as this time is like to lay upon us. Download today's reading material, and I hope you are enjoying the new feature that Uncork It created, where today's reading material is on the top above the chat, but if you scroll down, you will see the reading material from the previous 4 days. So I think it's great. Remember that the whole reason we exist, the whole reason Parkinson Voice exists, is to help you to regain and retain your speech and communication. So we're going to keep coming up with new ways to help you. Download the reading material. Take what you learned during today's practice session and practice, practice, practice. Thank you for joining me today. I will be back tomorrow, and I'm going to have some fantastic news. I will share how many grant applications we received this year. All right. Thank you, everybody.